guys, this is the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. Bet you weren't expecting this soothing voice to be reaching your sweet little ears. This is Greer, and I'm the guest. And there's two Ryans with me.
And this is Ryan.
And Ryan.
Thanks. All right. So we're here for another episode of the podcast. This will be episode 4. If things go according to plan.
If not, then it's 3. So.
And if not, it could also be 5. Just, making room for room there. All right, so today on the podcast, we're doing it a little bit different. We have a guest with us. His name is Greer, not Ryan. So
yes.
That's a little bit of a curveball for you guys.
2 R's in there, though.
There are 2 R's and there are 2 E's.
2 R's, 2 E's.
You know what that means?
No.
Me neither. But it's cool, though. Greer actually was named after... Do you want to tell the story?
There's no story to it.
Well, just make one up.
It's a last name. It's
Greer
Scottish.
is named after a last name.
It means brave.
It means brave in Spanish. So, I think we could all take something from that. Pretty cool.
You know what our names mean, right?
They mean big dick.
Exactly.
Okay. So what we're going to do this kind of like I think we're going to ask some questions, ask Greer some questions, and then maybe see what happens.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So I thought of a question today while I was thinking about things in my head, and I want to ask you, Greer. I think this is a pretty softball question just to get the juices flowing. What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh. That's not an easy question.
I think we can move on.
Cut to commercial.
All right. Do you have any questions?
A few.
Okay.
Let's see. How often do you fart in public?
Yeah, go ahead and answer that, and then I have a follow-up.
At work all the time, to be honest.
Okay.
Especially if I'm in a corner by myself.
Oh, yeah. Farting at work is the best.
So the next question was going to be, do you intentionally fart in solitary confinement, or do you
if I feel uncommon,
do you fart to make a point? Is what I'm saying.
To punctuate something?
Yeah.
And that's that.
Just underline. Be like, that guy means what he says. You just said it out of 2 ends, dude.
Would you be able to continue that conversation if that happened to you?
No, I would just do whatever that guy told me to do.
Exactly.
Or just think about what he said. He's like, I'm going to let
for
that
the rest
sink
of
in.
the week.
Wow. Well, that's great. Do people know about this? Has anyone ever called you out for farting at work?
I don't think anyone's noticed. They haven't.
No one's noticed you fart?
No.
That's good.
They're quiet. I got my technique down.
Would you put your cheeks apart?
Yeah, one hand, right?
You just use the corner of the table.
But then once...
Greer, why are you always putting that corner of the table up your ass? It's strategy, man. Trying to rip ass. Leave me alone. Everybody does it,
The walk-in's the best place to do it.
Yeah, so the walk-in is the freezer at work. And that way the farts never leave.
Exactly.
And they soak into the product. And that's the secret sauce. Anyway, well, that was a good question, dude.
Thanks.
Better than my question.
No, your question's good.
Yeah, it was hard hitting, I think. I don't think it was a softball.
No.
Not that softball is not as good as hardball. We just want to make that clear. We're about equal opportunity.
Absolutely.
For everybody.
2 balls, 1 soft.
2 balls, 1 sock. That's what I always say. But yeah, actually, so the thing that unites all of us is that we all used to work for the same company, which we have not named at this point, and we will continue to not name it.
Yeah.
Because we want to be mysterious.
Yeah, exactly.
And preserve the identity of those that we are affiliated with, work-wise. But also because we just want to be mysterious. But yeah, so we all worked together. Did we ever work together at the same time?
All 3 of us?
Maybe once.
Maybe once.
I think. Definitely for a holiday at least.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe.
Me and Ryan used to work together a lot, and then they stopped scheduling us together.
Yeah, and we have talked about this, but it's because we just never got anything done. Because we were just making bits the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what me and Greer do, though. But I feel Greer's a really good employee, though. He actually gets shit done.
That's true.
I don't. But you're still working?
Absolutely.
How's that going?
It's great,
Yeah.
dude. I moved locations to like a way chiller store.
What store do you work at now?
South.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Cool.
the drives there are just like super long and mellow. So
Nice.
it's like plenty of time to listen to music and podcasts.
What
this
music
one on
you
repeat.
listening to?
This podcast actually.
You listen to this podcast?
Only this
Fuck
podcast.
yeah, dude. You might
That's
be the
awesome.
only one.
Yeah. This is the only podcast I listen to.
Just listen to this on repeat and cry. Well, what music are you listening to these days?
Oh man. I put together a modeling playlist.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You're great. Let's hear it. Who's on it?
It's a mix of like new wave and like upbeat indie stuff.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff that I would feel comfortable doing in a
Cool.
photo shoot in.
That's yeah. So it
Yeah.
kind of gets you pumped up. Do you listen to it while you're doing the modeling, or do you?
That's the plan for
Yeah.
the playlist. Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
You listen through a speaker,
Sometimes.
or do you use
iPhone in the
headphones?
cup every time.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Makes the
iPhone in
bass.
the cup's badass.
Mhm.
Okay. So I had thought of a question just now. Okay, hold on. For $100,000, would you wear a diaper for the rest of your life?
No.
All right. $200,000.
You're just gonna keep going up. Dude, I don't think any.
Okay. For $1 million, would you wear a diaper for the rest of your life?
No.
But okay, no. All right. For $2 million,
But-
would you wear a diaper for the rest of your life?
I hate what that does to like my freedom. You know, like.
Dude, that's
thing.
more freedom. Are you kidding me?
Money equals freedom.
You can shit in your diaper. All right. Here, for fucking $500 million, would you wear a diaper for the rest of your
Sure.
life? Okay.
Okay.
So,
I
now
need
that
to
I
try.
got you. It has to be the same diaper. You can never change it.
No. I mean, can
Okay.
you wash diapers?
If they're cloth, I mean.
You would just have to take a bath. Every time.
Not coming off. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I would wear a diaper for free.
Do you?
Just to make a point.
If I could change it, I would too.
You- Who would change it for you? Just anyone who's around.
Yeah. Just be like at the mall. Be like, hey.
Hey, buddy, can you mind dipping in this changing room real quick? I gotta fucking change my
That's the one
diaper.
stipulation. Is to change it, it has to be someone else.
And you have to be, like, kind of acquainted. Like, you can't be too close to them. Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
All right, well, let's ask you the question that we delved into on Season 1, Episode 2. If you can go back in time, what time would you go back to? And what one thing would you bring?
Easily like early 90s. Because as a skateboarder,
Mhm.
like skateboarding's progressed so fast in the
Mhm.
past few generations. Going back like
Just
to
do a
the
tray
early
flip.
90s,
Do a
exactly.
tray flip.
I'd be professional like that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you would go back in time and do shit that people are doing now.
Exactly.
And blow everybody's mind.
Yeah, because at my skill level, I could be a pro early 90s.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'd bring my skateboard, I guess.
Yeah.
Or just my camera and be like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, well, that's a good. I mean, you could bring any sort of technology that's around today. You know, you could bring like a fucking sleep number bed back to the '60s, and everyone would freak the fuck out. You know?
Everyone's trying to sleep on
Yeah,
your
back
bed.
then people slept on fucking hay bales and shit. This is the '60s, man. So, yeah, I mean, you could bring a fucking iPhone. Maybe 25 years ago.
But if you bring an iPhone, that's like multiple pieces of technology. You get like really
That's
nice
true.
cameras. You can
Yeah.
watch videos.
You're not connecting to any
You
internet
can't
with
call anybody.
Well, that's true. There's no Wi-Fi or internet, so it would be useless.
You could take selfies.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You know what I would do? I would take an iPhone. So the first iPhone, I would take it back to the day before the first iPhone came out, and then stand at the front of the line with the first iPhone and be like,
that.
I have it.
And get beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And enjoy it.
Just get grabbed by a bunch of people, put in a black van, and drove to Apple.
That's my dream. And Steve Jobs is like standing behind like a fucking desk with like one spotlight on him. He's
Then he
like,
tortures you.
Hey, you haven't got the iPhone. before everybody else.
And also he's Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish and he's doing the hand thing like this. He's got all his fingers touching.
I heard you got this technology.
How the fuck did you do this? But then, dude, you would tell him that you travel back in time with the phone, and then he would be interested in time travel technology, so then he'd probably put that in the next iPhone. And he'd make a bunch of people do the work for him. All right, Greer. So, you would go back in time. You'd go back to the 90s with your skateboard.
Yeah.
Okay. What if there was no gravity in the 90s? How would that change things?
Like absolutely none.
None whatsoever.
It probably
If
makes
you
tricks
accidentally
easier.
jump too high, you're gone. Assuming there's no roof above you.
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't go back in time? Well, you had to because you already
Okay,
said
it
you would.
shows no gravity.
And you are wearing a diaper also.
Going back to the 90s with a skateboard, wearing a diaper.
You can
with
only
no
wear a
gravity.
diaper.
With no gravity.
Yeah.
So, ideal conditions.
I'd do the 900 every time.
You would you never come down.
So
You would just keep spinning.
It would be more than a
Perpetually.
900.
It'd be like a 5 million. And I think your limbs would fly off.
the
Which would
centrifugal
be pretty
force
sick.
Tears
So,
you apart.
You would definitely be on the cover of some magazine for doing that.
The diaper would hold you together.
That's true. The diaper keeps everything together. So yeah, let's talk about that. What are the consequences of no gravity?
Like, would
Can't-
society build to work around that?
Well, what what would be left? Let's start there. So
We
if
would
there's
probably
no
have to
gravity-
live
flip was
underground.
switched, and
Well, so okay, hold on. If gravity suddenly turned off, everything would fly away, right?
So we'd have to live underground.
Right. So the people that are already underground would be the only ones left alive. Well, but I guess how is a house stuck to the ground, or is it just kind of sitting there? Because if you're inside of a house and it flies away, you're going with it, right?
Yeah.
No, but that has a foundation, and it's all connected. So we'd be okay if we're in houses.
Depending on the house.
So if everybody went inside, so everybody who's inside would be okay. Everybody who's
But they would
outside
just be stuck.
would be stuck to the ceiling. And they'd be like, "Fuck this! All my shit's down there."
No,
but
it'd be up
the
there
shit would be
with
up there
you.
with you. So would the whole world just invert, and your couch would be on your ceiling, and you would just carry on business as usual?
I
You just couldn't leave your house.
don't do that anyway.
Good point. You'd have to DoorDash everything. You couldn't go to the fucking HEB.
How would that work?
The DoorDash guy?
they would just flip
He'd
highways.
do a fucking 900 and bring you your food.
So Greer's the door.
Here's the one DoorDash guy who's brave enough to leave the house.
Just delivering McDonald's on a skateboard.
Yeah. What's your opinion on McDonald's, Greer? When was the last time you ate at McDonald's? And were you sober or depressed?
Dude, one time I got McDonald's. I was driving from Austin to Houston to shoot a wedding.
You could probably get closer.
We editing this out?
To smack him in the mouth with it.
All right, I was driving from Austin to Houston to shoot a wedding. So I'm
Okay.
in like a button-down shirt and nice clothes. My hair's done.
How's it done?
Like extra
Sideways?
curly.
Nice.
It was like a little crispy.
Mm-hmm.
And I get McDonald's.
Do you use a curling iron?
No,
What is a curling iron?
it's like a hot piece of metal.
And it
You-
curls for you?
I,
All right. Carry on.
I'm getting McDonald's, driving, eating it
You're driving
while eating McDonald's.
into the McDonald's. All right. So you go through the drive-thru.
Dude, I got chicken nuggets, fries, and like some ranch. And
Okay.
I'm pulling off this maneuver while I'm driving and dipping my shit in the
And you're
ranch.
wearing your nice clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Bold
I
move.
I ate the meal just fine.
Uh-huh.
But then when I decided to like clean up my trash because I like a nice clean space,
Uh-huh.
I'm crumpling up the bag
And
and
the
there's a little bit of
ranch.
ranch in there,
Yeah.
and it explodes out the bag. It's on my face, my shirt, it's in my hair.
Oh!
There's a stain on
You
the
just
roof.
fucking
of my
money
car.
shotted yourself with the ranch, bro. Holy shit. That's badass.
Not ideal to show up to a wedding with the ranch.
So did
on
you
my
wipe it
face.
off, or did you just accept it?
I accept it's in
And
my.
you just walked in with a face full of ranch? And you're like, this is what you guys are getting. You invited me to your fucking wedding. Was it a good wedding?
They're all the same. They blur together, man.
Oh, you were shooting the wedding.
I was shooting. The
Oh, I
wedding.
thought you were going as a...
I don't pay attention when
as
I'm
a
shooting
patron.
a wedding.
Yeah. Do
Well,
you
then-
ever get hammered before shooting a wedding?
I might have gotten a little tipsy. Sometimes the groomsmen are like, "Yo, let's party." I'm
Yeah?
like, okay.
You ever
Yeah.
have you ever forged friendships with any of the people at the weddings?
No.
No. Good.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever forged like enemies?
That's
So-
why I go to weddings.
There's always a little bit of like beef between the photographer and the videographer.
Oh yeah.
If sometimes we don't work well together.
Uh huh. Has that ever like
Led to a
came to a
fight.
head? Yeah.
No.
Like no, like maybe not physically, but like did one of you guys block the other on Instagram or anything like that after?
It's never gone that far.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking far, man. I'm just saying that's like social like murder, the homicide essentially. Just block
It's a
someone.
block. It's all about soft blocking these days.
So
Yeah.
what made you want to be a photographer versus a videographer? Or would you consider yourself one of the
I'm a
other?
video guy.
You're a video guy?
Number one. Yeah.
Predominantly?
Yeah, but I do it all. So.
So do you like video more than photography?
Yes.
Yes. What makes you like it more?
Editing.
Editing.
Putting together like a 2-minute thing like to music.
Yeah.
There's way more like things you can do to like emote like feeling
Mm-hmm.
and get you to feel something instead of just one image.
Okay. So you
And I
like
feel
to,
like that's my
to
strong
control
suit.
people's emotions?
Absolutely.
So would you
In a good way.
consider yourself a sociopath?
No, I'm an artist.
It's just like
it's basically the
yeah,
same
it's just like Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, said
Mhm.
that he's basically a paid schizophrenic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool as fuck. Undiagnosed.
But we're artists.
We're artists.
That's gonna put you in a weird spot when you're doing like 3 voices at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's what I've always thought. Like the guys that do multiple characters on the same show.
Yeah, actually, apparently, you make more money the more characters you do. So,
Really?
like, a company will have you for 1 to 3 characters
Uh-huh.
for one price, and
Uh-huh.
if you do more than 3 characters, they'll up your pay each character after. So, if you do like 5 or 6 characters, you get paid more money, and
That's
that's
crazy.
like. Tom Kenny is basically the voice of our childhood. Like he's done Cat Dog. He was Heifer from
Whoa,
Ren and
I didn't know
Stimpy.
that.
Spyro
the-
the Dragon.
Yep, Spyro the Dragon. He was
Oh.
the mayor of Townsville. He was in Camp Laszlo. He did like 2 or 3 voices in there. And for SpongeBob, he does.
So this
like,
guy's fucking loaded.
yeah,
So he for sure is wearing a diaper.
yeah.
He took the diaper challenge. That's crazy, man. I wonder, like, and you think about it, like, to monetize something like that where you're just doing voices. That's so
Mhm.
cool. Like, 300 years ago, before like audio recording technology, that guy was just a fucking crazy guy.
Yep,
Probably everybody avoided. But now he's
an artist.
an artist. Dude, that's the thing though, is like, as an artist, before like you're accepted as an artist, maybe like on a social level, you are kind of just a crazy person, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're just like,
like growing up, you're just like, especially like middle school, going into high school. Like especially if you're very creative or do something out of the box.
Uh-huh.
People are like, "Oh, that kid's weird."
he's weird.
And then they
yeah.
grow up and they're like, "Damn, that guy travels
guy's
everywhere and
cool."
makes so much money."
Wait a second, I was the weird one.
Yeah.
That was pretty angsty, actually, the thing I just said. But, yeah, I think we've all kind of, like, had somewhat, some sort of experience like that growing up. What about you? What was your experience growing up? Greer?
Broad question.
Well, so, okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So, as Greer Ruedin, what was it like navigating the social landscape of middle and high school in our hometown, which is the same one?
Oh yikes, dude.
Yeah.
Worst suburb.
Yeah. So I guess how would you describe our hometown?
Like rich white people, privileged.
Right, which
And
was not us.
No, we did not fit in there.
Yep. No. So that was already great.
Dude, I just kind of stayed away from it. I was
Yeah.
lucky to have skateboarding and my friends and skateboarding outside of school.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had my second life, and that's just where I put my energy into. And I was just like,
Mhm.
I got to get through
Yeah.
high school, but fuck it. I'm
So
not
like
about
after school, you were always meeting up with your buddies.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skating.
Did you ever skate inside the school?
Yeah.
Me too.
Hell
Sick.
yeah.
Yep.
Dude, there was this
It was a
back
good
where I
tile
grew
floor in
up
there.
in New York. We had this youth group that would go like every Wednesdays to like a church, and
Mhm.
all of my friends, we all skated. So we would just go just so we could skate in the gym of this like church.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to youth group. We sat through everything and waited till like the end just to go and skate. Like,
fuck this.
yeah,
Let's go.
free food and coffee and skateboarding.
Wait, so you just skated in the gym? Were
Yeah.
they wood floors?
Yes.
And
Wood.
were they getting fucked up?
We were getting fucked up because we would slide everywhere.
Open
And
bar at the fucking Wednesday night youth group, huh? It was a hell of a time.
yeah, it was. It was a good time.
This is all that wine, the communion bread. Well, cool. So, you had your skating buddies. Once you left, did you ever want to go back?
to Kingwood.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We didn't say that was where it was yet, but yeah, that's where it is.
To that time, I like missed it a lot for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time living in Austin, like I've been wanting to go back to that time for so long
Mm-hmm.
because I was like where I was most comfortable and hadn't found my way here yet.
Okay.
But
So what was the move moving from Kingwood to Austin? What was the driving force?
Skating still.
Skating?
Yeah, my filmer and like our big skate group was all either moved to Austin or San Marcos.
Okay.
And I just followed them just to like go and film more.
Okay. So and was that the reason that they were moving as well? Was
For college.
Skating? For
The-
college.
most of
Okay.
them for college.
Okay. So the thing that united all of you was skating, and so
Yeah.
they may have been going for college, but you went because you were still
Pretty much.
skating.
And my girlfriend was going to UT at the time, and I kind of followed her as well.
Okay. And she's from our hometown.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. So since you moved here, what 2014?
15, I think.
2015?
Yeah.
So has it just been like all skating shit?
On and off. Like once, as soon as I moved here, it was like 3 years slowly declining of
Okay.
stopping skating,
Uh huh.
breaking up with my girlfriend, losing myself,
Okay.
being depressed for like 2 years,
Uh huh.
and then pretty recently having gone to therapy for 6 months and working through all my shit, like really
Mhm.
finding myself. I'm in
Okay.
like the best spot I've ever been in.
So
Today.
so what would you say was the most helpful thing in terms of like getting out of that shitty place? Besides just like going to therapy, like what if you could put your finger on something saying like
It's like eliminating the negative beliefs I had about myself.
okay.
I've always been super, super hard on myself, and I
Mhm.
had all these irrational beliefs that I'm not smart, my art
Mhm.
isn't good,
Mhm.
I'm not good enough at skating for it to be fun anymore.
So a lot of
Yeah.
negative self-talk.
That-
Yeah.
I find that in a lot of people who are very creative and
Mhm.
artistic in any way, like they're their biggest critics. Like same with me. I'm sure same with you
Yeah,
as well.
for
Like
sure.
if I write a song, I'll put it together, be like that sounds good, and then
Mhm.
listen to it again and be like that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Tweak it, and then
Mhm.
eventually like you find yourself back right at the beginning of where
Mhm.
you had it originally,
Mhm.
and you're like, God damn it! Like I just beat myself up through this
Yeah.
whole process.
And it's like what's interesting about it too is like the final product is often just like version 18 and like 1 through 17 were like really shitty, and then like 18 is just kind of like not shitty enough to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least that's how I feel.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just give up and be like, all right, this is what it is. and
Yeah. Yeah.
The next thing I create, I'll try to make it better.
And I think that's the hardest thing sometimes is like stepping away from something and just being like, okay, this is what this is right now. Like maybe I had this grand idea in my head that's not materializing the way I expected, but this is just how it needs to be, and I
Yeah.
need to like move forward. So
It's always good to
progress.
follow through with your project too, because once it's
Mhm.
done, then you have a better understanding of how you can make it better next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and each one's
Rough
usually
draft,
better.
and then-
Like each subsequent project that you undertake improves based on what you learned beforehand. So I think it's important to keep moving and instead of getting sort of stuck in like a
Yeah, and even if you
status.
just create something just to create it, just keep it and then move on. And
Mhm.
then, I've gone back to things I created like 3 years ago and then
Mhm.
just like revamped them. And
Yeah.
they turned out to be
Dude,
like,
that's what I'm doing with my
amazing.
photos too.
Yeah.
I realized I have this huge archive of these like amazing photographs I almost forgot about. I've
Mhm.
got like this new Instagram photo page, 2E's, 1G, if you
Yeah.
want to follow it. But
Well,
it's
so-
coming out sick.
So what is this new Instagram page? Is it like just old
Just-
photos?
Yeah,
Just old photos?
Yeah, mostly old photos, and then I'll probably start trying to shoot more.
There's like a
to
theme
keep
to
up.
it, or is it just like?
It's mostly film. I don't know. It's just like
Huh. So this is
all
different
these-
than like you because you had a photography Instagram that you were
like a
just,
business
selling,
that was
yeah.
supposed to be like to market for
Yeah.
portraits and senior portraits. That
You're not doing
that is not what I want to be doing right now.
No.
Okay, cool. Would you say that once you stopped doing that, you got happier? Once you
Yeah.
stopped
So like I
doing-
said, like after eliminating these negative beliefs about myself,
Uh-huh.
I've been comfortable with exactly who I am, and
Mhm.
like that's been like narrowing down and figuring it out.
Mhm.
I totally just lost the question we were at.
Well,
But
so I was asking
I-
like once you stopped doing
oh, am I
portrait stuff,
happier?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm figuring out exactly what I want to do,
Okay.
and I've never been more excited or like driven or like this path. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. It feels
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So and that's why I think that's pretty poignant because it's like you were doing a version of what you wanted to do, and it wasn't quite maybe the right thing,
was,
but
like,
it helped you figure
circling.
out like via process of elimination what
Yeah.
you wanted to
Trying out things, just
Yeah.
like new things, old things. Like,
Yeah, I think
Will
it's
help you.
good to, like, if you have any idea whatsoever, or if you're like, oh, I always wanted to try this, I always think it's good to just try it.
Mhm.
Like, even if you know you're not going to finish doing it, at least do it.
because eventually something's gonna feel right.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Like, same, like, music or, like, sleight of hand magic and stuff like that, or even, like, playing poker. It's like, some of these things I'm like, oh, I'll try out. And then I do it, and then I just fall in love with it and become
Yeah.
obsessed with it. And it was just because I went on a whim and was like, oh, let me check this out. And then,
What was the craziest experience you've ever had doing magic for somebody? Like, what's the most notable thing? First thing that comes to mind.
I don't know. I used to do it a lot. Like, I would perform like 12 times a day. So I some of it's just a blur. Cause
Did anybody ever like respond to a magic trick that you did? Like
someone almost hit me in the face.
Yeah, so
someone
that's
almost
where I was
punched me. Yeah,
Why?
and then someone also thought I was evil.
that's what I was. Gonna
Yeah.
ask. Yeah. So
Yeah,
did
that's a
anyone
good
ever like,
one.
dude, you're
Yeah,
He's a wicked.
it was like
Yeah.
some older lady. Like I was
Has
just
she
walking.
never seen magic before?
I guess not. I mean, or maybe
She
she
just
did.
walked out of like 1940.
I showed her a simple card trick. She was just like,
What the fuck is this shit?
yeah. But yeah,
Wow.
I know the craziest gig I've ever done
Mhm.
was for a real estate agency,
Mm-hmm.
and they had this giant house. They had
Mhm.
3 food trucks in their backyard, 2 open bars, and they paid me $200 to do magic for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And by the 2 hours was over, they're like, "We'll give you $300 if you stay all night, and you can drink and eat whatever you want." And I was like, "Okay." So I walked out with $500, just
Wow.
wasted,
Yeah.
just doing tricks.
doing
Like, hey,
tricks.
check this. I'm pretty sure by the end of the night, I wasn't even really doing tricks. I was just throwing cards around. But
And people
it
are
was,
still loving it. They're
Yeah.
like, this is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause they're drunk too. Cool. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Doing magic for drunk people.
yeah, I miss it. I haven't done it in a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you stop doing magic, does it go away, or is it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Just like the bigger and harder tricks, you have to like practice again.
Did learning about magic, did that affect your belief in God?
If anything, it made me realize that he's the best magician in the whole world.
Fuck yeah. God, the best magician in the world.
Yeah, Jesus. Also, he
And
was really.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was the first person to do the disappearing act.
Greer, do you believe in God?
Not in the traditional sense.
Yeah, same here. I know that there's something, but I don't want
I
to.
don't know what the hell's going on. And that's why I think there's something that's going on that's beyond us, right?
I'm not gonna put a name to it. I'm not gonna put a face to it, but
Yeah.
there's definitely an energy that controls us.
Yeah. It could be named Kevin.
It could
We
be.
don't know.
It could be a girl,
It could be a girl. It could be
a dog.
it could be a dog. It could be nothing.
It could just be us.
It could be
It is us. It's everything.
Yeah,
it's everything. Yeah.
We're just one giant beating heart.
Oh my god. Well,
All right,
Speed round.
speed round. Here we
Okay.
go. What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence?
ooh, good question.
Like Indiana Jones, like spike pit. somewhere.
You would eliminate a
Like
spike pit?
spikes.
Just
Yeah.
a random one.
Just one of
Where
them.
would you
Somewhere
see
in
a
the
spike
jungle
pit?
in Cambodia, somewhere. Just
That's very thoughtful.
now
of you.
that's gone.
Okay, cool. So we're fixing the world up bit by bit. Let me think. That's a great question. What if you could eliminate one inanimate object?
What's the evilest object?
Human.
okay.
Well, we're not inanimate, but
Yeah. Horseradish.
horseradish.
I would eliminate that
Okay.
probably.
Like gasoline.
Well, then what would happen?
We'd be fucked for a little bit, but then finally figure out like our natural resources shit and get it together.
Everybody would be walking around.
That'd be great.
Tesla would love that.
Exactly.
Nikola Tesla.
Well, yeah, him too.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Tesla.
All right. What are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could settle their differences with?
Rock paper scissors.
Boring.
Rochambeau.
I was gonna say Risk. Just play a
Risk?
game of Risk.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Some sort of like wipeout show tournament.
Like, what do you mean?
Yes.
Like there's the crazy like
Have you seen the show
blow ups that like
Wipeout?
spin around and hit you.
No, I've
like
never seen that. Oh,
Wipeout?
yeah, I've seen
Like
that.
they try to
Yeah,
climb
yeah,
across
yeah.
the wall and they have like these fists come
Yeah.
out and punch
Dude.
a
them.
mix between Wipeout and American Gladiator.
Fucking
Just all the leaders of the country that want to do
bro.
war.
Just
Like getting hit
Putin's
by
up
a
there, he's
giant
like, "All right,
boxing
here we
glove."
go. I hope I don't fuck this up.
He's in like a way too small bathing suit.
He's in a
Of course he is.
Speedo.
He's in a Speedo. It's way too
course.
small.
He took a shot of vodka before he started.
Vodka.
Vodka.
He's for the motherland. Got a fucking giant spinny thing.
Oh man.
Anyway, what else we got?
Oh man. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
Greatly improved if it was made into a musical. Saving Private Ryan.
That would be a good one. I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
That's absolutely.
Would be even better as a musical.
It would be. Human Centipede.
Human Centipede.
The
Yeah.
musical.
The musical. Yeah.
The musical.
Well, yeah. What would be the logistics of that? Would they still be attached at the ass to the mouth? Well, because that would be hard for the people in the back to be singing. You'd just be like,
And for the lead role,
yeah, the guy up front would be kind of the mouthpiece of the operation.
his mouth is open the whole time. People singing out of it.
What else? I guess I would say Silence of the Lambs,
The musical.
the musical. Twister, King's Speech. Fucking
Twister, the
Casablanca.
musical.
No Country for Old Men. I'm just trying to think
There's
of
so
movies at
many
this
good
point.
movies that could just be musicals that would make it, I think,
Do you-
worse but better.
What about La La Land?
I think it would be better as a musical, yeah.
Me too. They fucking really missed the boat on that one.
If you could start a conspiracy theory, what would it
A
be?
conspiracy?
A conspiracy.
If you could start a conspiracy.
If you could start a conspiracy theory.
I think it would be. What would it be? I think it would be that McDonald's was operated by the North Koreans to get ranch on us. It's pretty fucked up, if you ask me. What would yours be?
My theory would be that us littering and having so much garbage on the side of the road is
Mhm.
why we have homeless people.
Mm.
Like the garbage forms into these people.
You thought this in your head?
Yeah.
What else is a good conspiracy? 9/11.
The best one in the world.
Popular one. Let's ask another question. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Just kidding.
Not much.
So Greer, you like doing things. What's your favorite thing to do?
You know, I enjoy a nice taco every once in a while.
A good taco? Is that a
Yeah.
euphemism, or do you actually like eating tacos?
Let's say both.
What's your favorite type of taco on both ends?
Can't go wrong with the Torchy's trailer park.
Trailer
Trash.
Park is good.
Yes.
Mhm.
What's your opinion on them removing the it was the Republican and the Independent, I believe?
I didn't really fuck with those.
That's
so-
fuck up, man.
You like those?
Yeah,
that your
the
go-to?
Republican was my favorite one, and they took it out because they said not
Mm.
enough people bought it. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a mixed feeling for me because it was like, oh, they took away my favorite taco, but it also was like, I'm in the minority, you know. I'm kind of special. So
Hashtag save the Republican. I don't think that would do well.
yeah, that
on
was I kind of
Twitter.
felt conflicted doing that.
Yeah.
But okay, so what about the other taco?
Something crispy.
Braised.
Braised. Some
Marinated.
spicy. Maybe a little foreign.
Nice.
Foreign tacos are the best.
I think we just lost all of our audience. All right. If you could be anybody in history, who would you be?
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk?
I'm still trying to get the 900.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he do the 900?
A lot of times. He did it on his 50th birthday. which is
What?
dope. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite skateboarder of all time?
Austin Gillette. Probably don't know who that is.
The
I
Gillette.
do. I do know.
He's part of Team Handsome. Handsome.
Handsome?
Handsome.
Handsome.
What's your favorite skate movie?
Grind.
All right. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the best one.
What is the plot?
Oof. These like kids in a suburb are like trying to become sponsored, so they follow the tour van of this like actual established skateboarder,
Huh.
and he keeps trying to land this trick in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps missing like just barely, and he ends up getting sponsored by the team, and it's pretty sick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's a good coming-of-age film.
Yes,
dude.
it is. I haven't seen that movie in a really long
I
time.
need to go back. It's probably
Yeah.
so dated by now.
It probably is.
Bam Margera's in it.
What's your opinion on Bam Margera?
Yeah, I'm really sad because he's not doing well.
Yeah.
Once his best friend died,
Yeah.
he was
It's
like,
tough.
like he came back for like 6 months. He's like
Mhm.
skating again, and then
He was
he just
clean
like
for a while,
fell
too.
back down
Yeah.
real quick.
So, what do you want the next 5 years of your life to look like?
Whoa. Right now, my main drive is to grow my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got some really unique ideas, and I'm really excited
Nice.
to be making
So
those.
what kind of stuff do you want to
Well, I'm going to be the skateboarder that talks about mental health.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's
That's
a
that's
really,
cool.
Yeah,
That's actually really awesome.
yeah.
absolutely.
So you're just going to go through your
Kind of my
experiences
experience
with it?
and how I've gotten from super depressed to like this great spot where I'm at now,
Huh.
and try to like give little bits of information that's not too like scholarly and
Yeah.
like
Maybe
'cause-
more practical
exactly,
stuff, like
yeah,
rooted in experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I find the most useful when it comes to stuff like that.
Like, because it's something that's relatable. When I see someone who's like looks like really well established and like really got their shit figured out, like I'm not like interested in that. Like that's
Mm.
not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I wanna
can't
see
relate
some-
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I struggle. I grew up on the streets. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, how'd you get here?
Well, it's interesting too, like when somebody's like open and honest about their experiences and they're not trying to like, manicure things to make it presentable. It's like I think people gravitate towards that more because it's more real. I mean, that's something that I think all artistic endeavors should.
And just being like a
on.
lost 20-something-year-old trying to find their way. I feel like
Yeah.
that's super relatable.
Yeah.
Very,
kinda what-
especially now.
Yeah, there's something universal to everybody's experience. It's just a matter of touching on it and figuring out what it is and shooting it out there into the world like a big thing of ranch.
There's still a stain on the inside roof of my
Really?
car.
Is that what that is?
You seen it? I'm vlogging
was
it
something else.
sometimes, and you can see it in the clip.
Yeah.
Like, this brown spot is so gross.
Hey guys. Well, somebody's gonna ask what it is at some
I'll
point.
mention it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you should.
Never say what it is.
You should never say what it is, but when someone does say what it is, ask what it is. You should link them to this podcast.
Okay. So
And then we get a little.
they'll know.
We get a little boost.
Yeah.
So we go from 1 listeners to maybe 2
Yeah.
listeners.
I only have one listener.
We'll take that listener and then we'll shoot him your way too.
Okay.
We get our listener, we'll switch listeners. It'll be fucking sick. It's like a foreign exchange program.
Yeah, I'll trade you 2 of your listeners, 3 of ours.
Man,
We just need them for this season.
what's your approach on getting listeners, like a viewership?
Right now, I'm just kind of finding my stride.
Yeah.
So
So it's more about the creation than it is about.
and just
And-
like trying to make each video better than the last.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
see if
And
one
eventually
hits.
someone will see it, or people who already are following will see it and
Just
watch you grow. And
Finding that nice balance of making exactly what I want to make, but while also like making video that would probably appeal to like a broad audience.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you think like as you sort of hone what you're doing, it'll garner a following organically?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hope.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. My plan is to do a video every week for a year. See what happens.
Every week for
Every
you?
week. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Where are you usually filming? Like around town?
Around town, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was flying my drone earlier today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it like
Skate
to fly a
parks.
drone?
It's wild.
Yeah.
The first time you do it and you realize that the perspective of your camera is like way up there, and you can't even see your drone. It's like a mind
yeah.
like, blown.
Wow. We should go fly the drone.
I brought it
Nice.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a huge part of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Drone technology.
We'll strap a mic to it.
You'll just be
Have it running the entire.
yeah, just have like a 4th mic in the background. This is Mike on the drone. Mike drone.
What a great
Mike
segment.
Drone.
Mike
Like a rapper.
Mike Drone.
Yeah.
All right, time to switch roles.
I'm always asking Ryan about his album.
My album.
What about your album?
I'm recording an album, a music album.
Okay.
Well, actually, I've already recorded the bulk of it, but I'm finishing it up. It's going to be my 2nd album release, and I'm going to be putting out under the name Ramsell, which there's already an album out
Mm-hmm.
under the name Ramsell. This one's going to be pretty different. It's like I recorded most of it live with my band, my full band. So it's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, vibey and energetic than the last one, which I basically recorded myself with an acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, gonna send it off to mix pretty soon and then put it out and see what happens.
All right, and Ryan.
Yeah.
So you're not working right now
Nope.
and trying to do as many creative projects as you can.
Absolutely.
Which one are you most excited about?
this podcast,
Hey.
and I've also been trying to make a bunch of weird trip hop music.
Trip hop.
Yeah. So I'm
Is that
trying
a
to put-
genre?
yeah, it's basically just like if you go on Spotify and look up lo-fi chill beats to study to, that kind of vibe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
so-
kind of shit you're going
Yeah,
for.
just because it's I don't know, it's just been
Dude,
so
make,
easy
make
to
some
make.
tracks for my videos.
I will.
Okay.
Dude, I have a bunch already. Like
Oh, nice.
finished. I just need to edit them and put them together, master them, and put them out. But
Dude, I need some of
Yeah.
those.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So have you seen Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie?
Not yet.
Well, we saw it. That's
Big sigh.
Yeah, dude. Well, I fucking was eating a buffalo cauliflower, and funny enough, I dropped it in the ranch, and I was trying to dig it out, and I looked away for like 10 seconds, and then for the rest of the movie, I had no idea what was going on.
Oh my god.
You could have been
That was at the
staring at the
beginning of the
movie the
movie.
whole time and not know what was going on.
Dude.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was like, I can't tell if I'm really stupid, or if this movie just doesn't make sense to anybody. But after talking to Greer about it, I feel a little bit better about it.
Ultimately, I was just really disappointed because it's such a great concept.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
They just didn't execute it well enough.
But visually, it was great.
Absolutely.
It looked
There's some
great.
good scenes that are really fun.
Yes.
It's cool.
That's what I think like a lot about movies recently is like they have really good concepts.
Mhm.
They look really good,
Mhm.
but they don't execute them well enough.
Right.
And that upsets me. Especially like horror.
You a people person?
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm
Every-
not saying you wouldn't. I didn't think that, but
Well, everything that I enjoy doing involves people.
people.
Like and entertaining
Would you consider yourself
them.
an extrovert?
No.
No. But
It's
you're introvert, but you do enjoy talking to people.
yeah. It's weird. I can only do it in certain amounts.
Yeah. I'm the same
It's
way.
like I'd rather go out and perform and entertain people and then just go home and just
Uh-huh.
hang out.
So you got to recharge.
Yeah.
But you do enjoy the social
I do
interaction.
it. I do because I absolutely love it. But then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay inside for 3 days and then go back out.
Do you ever get socially anxious?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
When?
When there's not alcohol involved,
Well,
in large, and groups of 5 or more. And
5 is the cutoff.
yeah, 5 is usually
You're
the
like, I
cutoff.
can't fucking do this.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you're doing magic for people, do you get anxious?
No,
No.
it's kind of an outlet for me.
So you feel comfortable doing it.
Yes.
So
It's
sort
like I get to do what I enjoy doing, which is entertaining people,
of, uh-huh.
and I'm all constantly using my hands to do tricks.
Have you ever messed up a trick?
Yes, but
Like
the best
really
thing,
bad?
yeah, the best thing to do is to play it off though. Like if you
How
mess
do you
up,
play it off?
if you mess up and you just act like you didn't mess up, and
Uh-huh.
90% of the time, just because the people don't know what's gonna happen next,
Yeah.
they don't know that you messed up.
Ah.
So we're like, and it's in your purse, and they're like, what? No way! And I'm like, yeah, no way. I can't do that. And then and then just go on to the next trick, and then
Oh.
yeah, and then do something even better than that.
Yeah.
Just to like up it. But
I've heard of like comedians and stuff. They'll start a bit and then they can tell it's not really working, and then they'll just stop the bit and go into another bit. And I've like tried to pick up on that.
it's hard to do.
And yeah, it's like because it's if they play it off well enough, you don't realize it.
Yeah.
That's the thing when you're speaking and also thinking about something else in your mind.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's so
it's
insane.
so hard.
Yeah. I had a second of that when I was shooting video earlier, and because the first time I felt that, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
Yeah.
It's like thinking two different.
Yeah.
Conversations.
Like performing, yeah, by like speaking is a weird thing.
Yeah,
'Cause you always have to
that's a
be.
good skill.
When was the last time you threw up?
I think like back in March.
When
Why?
we all had coronavirus before it began.
Probably. I thought I had it at that time, but I'm pretty sure it was a flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think COVID's really like a stomach thing.
No. I was just throwing up.
You're just sick.
Yeah, I was
Nah,
just
that's
sick
a bummer.
for like 3 days.
When was the last time you threw up?
Around March as well. Must have
Really?
been the flu. Yeah.
Oh shit.
hmm
Wow, I missed out on that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Those
sorry.
good times.
Bummer. I think the last time I threw up was in college.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was probably like 4 years ago.
I only throw up when I'm sick. Like
Yeah.
when I have like a stomach virus or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really don't throw up.
Fuck. Throwing up's weird. I used to be so afraid of it as a kid.
I hate throwing up.
Yeah.
I'll do everything to avoid it. Everything.
Dang. Yeah, it's not very pleasant. But I don't think it's really meant to be.
No.
What's your favorite part about throwing up? The feeling after, honestly, is pretty
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Is
the only
it?
thing.
Usually, if it's
Like
something
the-
you need to get out.
The
yeah.
taste of bile in your mouth. For like,
Oh no.
Yeah, good.
that weird yellow stuff. Like, what is that?
I'm gonna throw up, bro.
When's the last time you threw up?
I'm gonna throw up and solve a crime right now.
When was the last time?
Throw up and solve a crime.
Do you think you could solve a crime?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Shout out to crime.
I'd be the photographer.
Yeah.
Crime scene photo.
Oh yeah.
Crime scene.
Do you think you could take some sick crime scene photos?
Dude, they'd be so sick. I'd make a secret Instagram with all the sick crime scene photos.
Like, you can't do this. We're still doing the investigation. Yeah, but fucking look how many
Look how many
followers I
likes I
have.
got. Dead body.
God.
Dude, this dead body had like 70 retweets, bro.
This blood stain is sick.
Put this shit in black and white.
Are you afraid of blood?
Mm-mm.
Are you afraid of blood?
No.
I'm drawn towards it.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
It gets me going.
He's like a shark.
He's a land shark. That's a cool name.
Land shark.
Call yourself that.
No.
Make your YouTube channel Land Shark.
Land shark.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the Land Shark. And have like the.
What does land
Back
shark
at ya.
do?
Right back at you. What does that mean? What?
What does land shark guy get up to?
Whatever you're doing, because
Oh.
that's you.
Okay.
Skating and
Mental health.
taking crime scene photos.
Yeah.
Crime scene.
Land Shark on the sea. You think life's hard?
It has been,
Yeah.
but
Do you think
once
life
your
is-
path is clear,
Do you think it's supposed to be
Yeah.
easy?
no. It's a mix of easy and hard, man.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs, balance.
Everything in life has balance.
Yeah. Skateboarding. Balance.
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 This is a great podcast, guys. I really appreciate what y'all are getting up to.
Yeah, man. We work really fucking hard. So we deserve to be praised.
Thank you. Hard.
It's interesting to like create something in a different medium like this.
Because
Like-
I've never done anything like
Yeah,
this
I've never done
before.
anything
I've
like this
just
either.
played music, recorded.
And I can't tell. I'm like, do people really want to fucking hear us talk? Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's so many podcasts, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming that
that's
people wanna
true.
listen
And a
to
lot of
other
the
people's-
podcasts, like, I mean, like Joe Rogan, a lot of the times they're just sitting there bullshitting.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, he has some pretty interesting guests on there and stuff. So
It's probably easier for them than bullshit, though.
yeah. Well, Joe Rogan does it so much. Like he's just like so used to it.
That's
at
all
this
he
point.
does. He
Yeah.
just like lives in front of that microphone.
Well, what's interesting is like it's an extension. It's like a continuation of like radio now at this point. So it's like there were people that had jobs as like radio jockeys or whatever, where they were like radio personalities, and their whole job was to do essentially what podcasts are, which is like have conversations with people in the studio
Yeah.
and keep it natural and keep it going. So it's certainly not. It's not like a new skill, you know. It's
No,
like
but it's easier to achieve now.
yeah. Well, and it's like the same thing as music is you can create it in your house and then send it out to a bunch of different, you know, outlets where people get podcasts. Same thing like on Spotify and Apple Music. Like you can get your music on there. So it's like it's accessible now. So, you know, more people can do it, but doesn't mean that it's easy.
No, it's not. It's fun, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's all about standing out, doing something a little different. Is that what
I
Maybe
don't
we
know.
should start standing instead of sitting.
outside?
Just right here. Yeah, we should take everything outside
Stand.
and stand.
The front porch podcast.
Oh, we should do some ads. Green beans. Have you had a green bean recently? No? Me neither. But you should, because green beans are good for you.
Man diapers.
There you go. Go for it.
The adult diapers you can wear every single day for the rest of your life.
Man diapers. Are you a man?
Do you like
Do you shit yourself
because you're a man?
because you're a man? Well, man diapers here for you. Do you get pee shy? I get pee shy.
I get the
bro.
worst pee shy.
Dude, and then
Yeah.
what's crazy is, so this is the trajectory of my pee shyness. When I was young, not happening. Cannot fucking pee next to anybody. Like, I had to, if there were anybody in the bathroom, I'd turn around and I'd walk out and be like, guess I'm peeing my pants. But
Diaper,
as I
man
got
diaper will help you there.
Exactly. Yeah, shout out Man Diaper. I wish you were around when I was a kid. Anyway, so I got older, and I figured out there was like this technique where you do like multiplication in your head, and it distracts you enough to be able to pee. So that worked for a while, but I found now in my adult life, like
You don't
I
know how to
think-
multiply anymore.
I've forgotten how.
Forgot how to
I forgot
multiply.
how to multiply. No, but I like do the multiplication, but I'm so aware of why I'm doing it that it doesn't work. So I need like this new
Long
technique.
division. You gotta step it up.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I don't know.
Quantum physics.
Yeah, I think I just need to up it. I need to be doing like calculus and shit in my head. I'm just gonna be like standing at a urinal going, man, that's I'm like, dude, are you okay? Carry the one. I've got it. Peeing all over the wall.
You're writing out the fucking problem.
What kind of restaurant would Flying Ryan's be?
Flying Ryan's.
No gravity.
No zero gravity restaurant.
You walk in. Whoa! Get a table! What?
Flying Ryan's. It's a restaurant where all the food is just thrown out the window. Like,
Dude, I've been to a place like that.
just throw the fucking food out to the
Yeah.
tables.
Fucking Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I haven't had Taco Bell in so long.
Which we could talk about after this, as a reward.
Yeah. I think we should start talking about music more on this podcast
Yeah.
because we both have really good backgrounds in
Yeah.
music.
Should we talk about a creative partnership?
Our creative partnership.
So
Yeah,
we should do
Greer and
skits.
We should do skits.
Okay.
Yeah, Greer and I. Yeah.
I've created a TikTok for this podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Dang.
So
What are we gonna do on it?
I don't know. I just made it.
We'll fly the drone for it.
Yeah.
What?
Creative partnership, our journey. We can save that for my YouTube channel.
Well, why don't we have you on again
Okay.
at
Yeah.
some point? We'll
Great.
just do a part 2.
Sweet.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Thanks for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I've been here, and I had a time. And I'm the guest, Greer. Fuck.